and we are about to do the talking. His Excellency Abdul Fattah Ahmad Khalil Al-Satari. That is his name. His Excellency Abdul Fattah Ahmad Khalil Al-Satari is my guest right here in the African History class. Your Excellency, how are you doing? How are you doing?
Thank you.
I'm happy to have you.
Aurelia, Samara, and
I'm very, very happy to have you right here in the African History class. How are you doing one more time?
It's okay, I'm at work.
You are doing good?
Yeah.
Everything good with you?
Everything is very good.
Good.
In Ghana. Ghana is a very peaceful country and I'm happy here.
You are happy. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm happy to know that. Now, tell me, I want to know about your upbringing. When were you born? Where were you born? Who were your parents? Tell me about yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me to this meeting. And I'd like to thank Ghana about all of this support to Palestine and the Palestinian people. Ghana stand all the time by the side of justice and the human rights. And in the UN, in the Human Rights Council, all the time they vote with the Palestinian people. And in the beginning, I'd like to pray, and I ask all the people to pray to the people on Turkish and Syria, the people who's killed since the last few days, and some of them still under the buildings. So I pray to my God to bless them and bless the injured people and bless their families and their people. This is very sad news. Most of the people cry when they saw the videos of those people. So I invite all the people, the Muslims, the Christians, all the world to pray to the people in Syria and Turkish. About me, I born in Gaza in 1962. I lost my father when I was only 5 years old.
Wow.
So I start to work on the street early. I start to selling small things to win small money to give it to my mom. My mom take care about me and my brothers and sisters. I have 4 brothers and we are four brothers and 2 sisters. All of us working hard to help our mom. When I grow, I went to the school and then the university, and I finished the university. And I'm working hard since this years, you know. I'm working and studying the same time, me and my brothers. We thank God, 2 of my brothers was teachers, one of them engineer, and me ambassador, and my sister finished the university too. So I born in Gaza. I know Gaza very well. I know all the people, all the families, all the streets. I start working in the diplomatic in 2014. I work in Yemen for 5 years, and then I come to Ghana. In Ghana here, I spent now 8 years and 4 months. So I'm happy in my work. I'm happy from this country. I pray all the time to bless the people of Ghana, the government, the president of Ghana, and all the time we stand by the side of our friends and our brothers and sisters, the Ghanaians people.
Okay. All right. So my guest in the studio is the ambassador of Palestine to Ghana, Abdul Fattah is our guest, and he's telling us about his upbringing. Now tell me, how was Gaza at the time that you were born in 1962? What was it like?
Gaza was a very peaceful country. All the people work in the agriculture and all the people looking for the peaceful life. The people don't like to any problems or conflict or do any problems with the people. All the people living in Gaza, they are not from Gaza. They left their countries from their cities inside Israel. And me, I am from city, his name is Ramla. My grandfather was there in Ramla, but when the Israel occupied Palestine under the bombing our villages and cities, my family left Ramla and they went to Gaza. When we arrived there, the UN building small rooms to the people there, and they start to give us food and give us the water and give us everything because we don't have anything. The Gaza is a peaceful country, and the people believe with peace, and they like to live in peace. They don't like the killing. They don't like to see any person in this world suffering from anything. So I spend nice and beautiful time with my family and with my neighbors and with my friends in Gaza. The problem of my people in Gaza and the West Bank and every place, is the Israeli occupation to our country and my people. Nobody in this world like to see anyone try to control his life, to control his water, to control his lights, to control the water, to control his agriculture, to control everything. Nobody in this world. So the main problem we suffering from it is the Israeli occupation to our land, and we wish that this occupation stopped one day, and we see the two-state solution between the people in Palestine and the Israelis.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this: when you started off, when you went to school, did you want to be a diplomat?
No.
What did you want to be?
I want to be successful in the exams only and have had good marks in the school, and I want to have very good relation with my friends in the school. From the first year to 6, there is another student sitting near me. To now I remember his name. His name is Samir. Samir Michel Frangia. This is his name. I know he's a Christian. I am Muslim, okay. I know he is a Christian after 6 years. I don't know.
Wow.
When the teacher asked him to read some from the Quran, he started to cry.
Wow.
So the teacher asked him, why you cry? He said, I'm a Christian. He told him, okay, if you have the Bible, read it from the Bible. No,
wow.
Read it from your book, no problem.
Wow.
So in that minute, I know that he's a Christian. This person, he was close to me, to now.
I see.
To now, he's close to me.
I see.
And he's number one to me in the relation between me and my friends. And to now, I remember all his names, Samir, Mishi, and the father and his family,
Wow.
So we are living only, we went to school to have good marks, to take care about our education, because we know if we take care about our education, Palestine will be free one day.
Wow.
This is our believing. So if my children, I sent 4 of them to Malaysia.
Okay.
One of them finished master statistics, 2 of them engineer, my 2 daughters, and one of them now he continue after the master, he will be doctor, you see, because me and all the Palestinian family, they know the importance of the education. So when I start going to school, I don't think maybe one day I will be ambassador. No. I think only I want to have good marks in the exams, and I want to be successful in my life, and I want to help my family.
Wow.
This was my believing.
Why did you send your children to school in Malaysia and not in Palestine?
In Palestine, first of all, they travel from Gaza in 2009. I was in Egypt in that time. They follow me. And we went to Yemen, and I spent 5 years. All of them continue their education in Yemen. I cannot leave my family in Gaza. And when I come to Ghana, they continue here.
Okay.
But when they finish the school, one of them was I sent them to Malaysia when I was in Yemen. The second one, he asked me, I want to go with my brother. I told him, okay, you can go and continue your education, you see. My 2 daughters, when they finished the school here, because they study 5 years in Yemen, there is a school, Yemen's school in Malaysia. So they know the books of the Yemen's people. So they travel from here to the Yemen's school in Malaysia to continue their...
Interesting. Do they all speak English?
My children?
Yes.
Oh, they speak English more better than me.
Interesting.
Some of them teach me how to speak English.
Interesting. Interesting.
In Ghana here they teach the English.
Okay. So why did Israel occupy Palestine? What's the problem?
Why?
Yes.
This is the history. Why some countries come before and occupied Ghana and occupied the African countries. Listen to me. I will tell you something.
Tell me.
I'm a human. Sometimes I think of some of the leaders in this country, how much they pay to buy the weapons.
A lot of money.
A lot of money. When the corona coming, the hospitals did not have bed to the sick people, right? Why we did not pay this money to the hospitals, to the health, to the education, to the children, to the women, to the agriculture, to the economy? If we use this money for these things, how you will see the world? You will see different world. You will see a very, very beautiful world. So why Israel come to occupy Palestine? Israel started occupied Palestine in 1948, when the European countries decide to, they don't like the Jewish, you know. Maybe some of the African people think that Israelis is a Christian. They are not a Christian, they are Jewish. You see. When they start to come to Palestine, we think in the beginning they come into living with us in peace. So we open our doors to them, our windows, our housing. We give them food, give them water, because we think they were living with us in peace inside Palestine. But some of the countries start to send to them the weapons, and the Palestinian people don't have anything. So,
Wow.
So when they become strong, the Israelis, they start to attack the Palestinian people. So in 1948, they occupied 87 from 78 from our lands, 78% from our lands.
Wow.
And they bombing our villages, our cities. They killed thousands, hundred thousands, and they injured a lot of people. And most of the Palestinian people under this war left their lands and their house, and they went to Jordan, Gaza, the West Bank, Lebanon. You don't know where they will go. In 1967, Israel start another war and occupied all Palestine, and
Wow.
occupied Sinai, Egyptian land, and occupied Golan land. It is Syrian land, not Israel's land. So Israel occupied all Palestine in 1967. From that time, all the Palestinian people suffering under the Israeli occupation, too much. And if we want to back small to the history, Egypt start war in 1973 against Israel to free their land. And they killed more than 3,000 from the Israeli soldiers in Sinai, and they injured thousands from them, and they bombing at all their tanks, all their planes, they fall it. So now Sinai is free.
It's free.
But Israel still occupied the Golan, the Syrian land. I don't know. I cannot understand why the former president of America, the United States of America, Trump, take decision to add the Golan, the Syrian land, to Israel. Why? I cannot understand. And why he decide to take decision to recognize Jerusalem, our city, our capital.
Interesting.
Our heart.
Interesting.
And to add it to Israel. So most of the world in that time support against Trump decision, including Ghana too. Ghana support against Trump decision. Because according to the international law, all the land which occupied in 1967, it is Palestinian land. And East Jerusalem, it is the capital of the Palestinian people. This is the international law. If we have one international law, but I think in our world, we have a lot of international law, not only one.
Ambassador, His Excellency Abdul Fattah is my guest in the studio, and he's talking about the history of the occupation of Palestine by Israel. His Excellency Abdul Fattah Ahmed Khalil al-Satari is my guest, and he's the ambassador of Palestine to Ghana. Now he's telling us that Israel started occupying Palestine from 1948, and by 20 years' time, they had occupied 100% of Palestine, including some parts of Israel and even Syria. Why did they do that? Is there a reason?
They believe all this land for them. They believe before 3,000 years there was a year. And I cannot Some of them believe that God gave them this land. I don't know if God have company to give the people land in this world. This is God. This is not director of company. You understand? So they believe all the Palestinian land will be should be to the Israelis, and if you know, if you want to looking what's happening now, anyone want to win the election in the Israel, he should attack the Palestinian people.
Wow.
If you attack the Palestinian people more, you will win the election.
You will win.
Anyone want to be member of the parliament, of their parliament, if he attack the Palestinian people more than the others, he will win the election.
Oh, wow.
So they don't believe with our history, they don't believe with our geography, they don't believe with the peace process. And the Palestinian people, I will tell you something. We signed agreement with the Israelis, right? In 1993, Oslo Agreement. Our former president, Yasser Arafat, signed this agreement with Yitzhak Rabin, the former prime minister of Israel. And let's see what's happened. I will talk about 2 points. The first one, after this agreement, all the Palestinian people went, including me, I went to the street to celebrate with this agreement because we believe now it will be peace between the Palestinian and the Israelis. All the Palestinian people, nobody sitting in his house, all the Palestinian people went to the street, very big demonstration with Palestine flag, support this agreement and support Yasser Arafat because he signed this agreement. In the other side, the Israelis, they have very big demonstration, they organize very, very big demonstration against this agreement. They don't support the peace. They don't believe in peace. The Palestinian people, all of them believe in peace. But the Israelis, they start to organize very big demonstration against Oslo Agreement. Number two, one of the from the Israelis people, his name is Igal Amir. He shot the prime minister of Israel and he killed him.
Yitzhak Rabin?
Yes, Yitzhak Rabin. And he killed him. In the same time, our former president, some reports said he killed two because they think someone put to him something in his food and
Yasser Arafat?
Yes, Arafat. Yes, Arafat. Okay. So why they killed Yitzhak Rabin and Yasser Arafat killed two? Because they want to kill the peace process.
Oh, wow.
From that time to now, the suffering of my people increased. The stealing from our lands increased. The killing of the Palestinian people increased. The building of the settlement increased. What the Israelis want? They want peace or they want this conflict to continue to another 100 years. My advice to all the people, not only the Palestinian and the Israelis, we should be looking for peace. The conflict, not good. Look how now 23,000 people killed in Turkish and Syria. They died in Turkish and Syria. You know how much their families will suffering? When the father died, you know how much his family, his wife will suffer, and his children, and his daughters, and his son, and his family. Too much. When they lose their mom, they will suffering too much.
Yeah, they will.
When anyone losing his hand or his legs or his eyes, he will suffering too much. The war did not help anyone to live in peace in this world. If Israel think, or any person in this world think, there will be peace in the Middle East one day without the establishment of an independent Palestinian state on the land which occupied in 1967, he's stupid. If anyone in the world.
What is the percentage of land you have for Palestine right now from the original 100%?
We don't have anything. Now all Palestine under the occupation. Gaza under the occupation. The West Bank under the occupation. All our land under the Israeli occupation. Our president under the occupation. Our government under the occupation. Israel occupied all Palestine.
So there's no Palestine right now?
I will tell you. All the world support the two-state solution.
The two-state solution?
Two-state solution. All the world. The Minister of Foreign Affairs of America, he visited Palestine the last week and visit Israel and visit Egypt. And after he met our president, he said we support the two-state solution. The Minister of Foreign Affairs of America. Okay. Okay, you support the two-state solution, and you recognized with Israel. Why your government did not recognize with Palestine to finish this occupation?
That's true.
You understand? So, if the world support the two-state solution, and some of the countries recognized with Israel, why they did not recognize with Palestine? Why? They want this conflict to continue like this? They are feeling happy when they saw the Palestinian people, that our children, our journalists, our teachers, our doctors, the ambulance killed by the Israeli soldiers and the settlers. They are feeling happy. They should stop this conflict.
So now, what is going to happen? Are they trying to sack all Palestinians, or they want to turn all Palestinians into Israelis? Tell me.
No, I think the Israelis believe they should protect all the Palestinian people from their lands and their cities.
And where would they go if they sent all the
Any
Palestinians
place
away?
except Palestine. Any place except Palestine. One day, I saw on the YouTube, one from the Israeli soldiers, she was in America before she came to work to start working in Israel army. She was in America, and her father and her mother teach her the human rights very well. I saw her talk on the YouTube. When she come to Israel to work with their army, one day her leader asked her to put checkpoints between two Palestinian villages in the evening. She is so surprised, and she said, why? She asked her leader, why we put these checkpoints? You know what he told her? We want to do their life very difficult,
Wow.
to leave their lands and leave their housing.
Wow.
You see? Now in the West Bank, there is more than 400 checkpoints between our villages and
Right. Right.
Black, my brother Black. You visit Palestine.
Yes, I was in
You
Palestine.
visit Palestine.
Yes.
And you met our president.
Yes.
And you see with your eyes the checkpoints.
Yes, I did.
And you see how many times you are waiting with the checkpoints to
Yeah.
arrive to your place.
So
if you
many
need 10
times.
minutes,
Yes, yes.
you arrive after 2 hours.
Yes, yes,
Why?
that's true. So
Why?
many checkpoints.
Why?
So many checkpoints.
You see the settlement, right? Why they build it in our lands? If any person looking for the peace, he's stealing of your lands and build illegal settlement on your lands? No.
Okay, I'm going to ask you again. Now, if they succeed in taking all the land, occupying the land, what is going to happen to the Palestinian people? Are you going to be made to be called Israelis, or you are going to leave the land and go where?
Well, the Palestinian people will not leave their lands again. This history finished. Listen to me. In the war against Gaza, 2008, Israel destroyed more than 100,000 housing.
Wow.
The Palestinian people built their housing again. In the war 2012, they destroyed housing too. They built it again. In the war 2021, they destroy housing, and we build it again. This is our land. We cannot, listen to me, we have very strong belief, more than the Israelis, with our land. It is not easy for any Palestinian people to lift her land and his house and his garden and go to another country.
Yeah.
So, because of our believing, the Israelis don't know what they will do with the Palestinian people. For us, we will not leave our land. We cannot leave our land. And we believe Palestine will be free one day. And this occupation will stop one day.
We believe that Palestine will be free again. This is the ambassador from Palestine to Ghana, His Excellency Abdul Fattah Ahmed Khalil Al-Satari. He's my guest. I was in Palestine, and he facilitated my meeting with the president, Mahmoud Abbas, and we had a really good time in Palestine. Now tell me, Palestine is a very beautiful country. It's a very beautiful country. Would you encourage people to visit Palestine for tourism?
Yes, of course. All the people should go there and visit Palestine. But the problem for us is all the border with the Israeli soldiers. Sometimes they don't allow to anyone, they don't like him to visit Palestine, And you remember when one from the Ghana parliament, MP Ras Mubarak, tried to visit Palestine. They
Yeah.
gave him permission.
Yeah, they didn't.
They gave him permission, and when he traveled from here to Egypt and then to Jordan, and he went to the border, they asked him to wait. The Israeli soldiers asked him to wait for 4 hours, and then they asked him to back to Ghana. They don't allow him to enter
They deported him.
because he had a diplomatic passport, but they don't allow him to enter to visit Ramallah and meet our president and to attend the program in Ramallah. So why they don't allow a lot of people to enter Palestine? They don't want anyone to see with his eyes what's happened, what exactly happened in Palestine. Because when you see, you will back and talk. I hearing you when you back. Your program.
Yes, yes.
It was all your program about
Yes.
about what
Yes,
what you are seeing in Palestine in
Yeah,
Palestine.
Right.
So, if anyone visit Palestine and watch the settlement, the settlers how they are doing, the checkpoints, the suffering of the Palestinian people under this worst occupation in the history, when he back, he will talk in the media, or he will write, or he will talk all the people what he see in Palestine. So the problem, I invite all the people to go, but the problem that all the borders and the checkpoints in Palestine with the Israeli soldiers. So Israel control all our life, our food, our land, everything,
Wow.
everything. This is our problem and our suffering. But for us, it's okay. We can living under this occupation because, as I told you, we have very strong believing that Palestine will be free one day.
Palestine will be free one day. Now, what are the interesting things we can see in Palestine? Why should I go to Palestine? I mean, a place that has bombs flying all over the place, there's occupation. Why should I go there? What is in there?
Okay. Palestine have very important two places. All the people like to go there. The Christian in the world like to go to Bethlehem.
Okay, Bethlehem, right.
Bethlehem is Palestinian city, first, number one.
Oh,
It is not-
Bethlehem is in Palestine.
Yes, not in Israel.
Not in
When the
Israel.
Israelis said, if you want to visit Bethlehem, come to visit Israel, they lie. I will tell you why. Number one, all the families living in Bethlehem, they are Palestinians.
Yeah,
There is
they
no
are.
one Israeli family in Bethlehem. Number one. Number two, most of them is a Christian, Palestinian Christian.
Wow.
Number one.
Oh, you have Christians in
Number
Palestine.
two, Bethlehem and in the West Bank, not inside Israel, and the West Bank occupied in 1967. And according to the international law, all the land which occupied in 1967, it is Palestinian land. Number
Wow.
two. Number three, in the Christmas, when the Pope of the Vatican come to visit Bethlehem and they pray in the Nativity Church, our president received him there. The Prime Minister of Israel or anyone from their minister, he cannot receive them inside the church because it is Palestinian church and Palestinian people living there and Palestinian city. So in Palestine, they're very important two things. Number one, the Nativity Church in Bethlehem. All the Christians across the world going to visit this
Yeah,
church
the birthplace of
pray.
Jesus.
Yes, to pray there. Number two, the Muslims too. They like to go
To Al-Aqsa.
to Al-Aqsa Mosque to pray there because this is very important to all the Muslims in the world. Like the Nativity Church, it is very important to all the Christians in the world. Palestine is very important to all the, not only to the Palestinian people, to all the people in this world. They like to go to visit Palestine and to pray in the Nativity Church or in the Al-Aqsa Mosque. By the way, all the Palestinian people, Christian or Muslims, they are living together. They have very strong relationship between each other. And we are living like brothers, like the Ghanaians people here. We don't like to hear anyone ask me to hate my brother because of his religion. We don't hate anyone because, we don't hate the Israelis because they are Jewish. No. We don't the Israelis because they are Israelis. We don't like anyone occupied my country. Maybe I don't like the occupier, you understand. But my religion teach me, don't hate anyone because of his religion. So in Palestine, the Muslims and the Christians, we are living together all the time. And we have three cities. Let me tell you. We have Bethlehem, we have Beit Sahur, we have Beit Jala. These three cities, Palestinian cities, most of the people who's living in these cities, they are a Christian. But we are living together. And me in the embassy, I'm Muslim, right? My deputy, he was a Christian. He's
Wow.
Palestinian, he was a Christian. And now they send him ambassador to Angola.
Wow.
He is a Christian, but he's
Wow.
Palestinian. So Palestine is very important to all the world, and invite all the people to try to go and see with their eyes what's happening in Palestine.
Is it true that the people of Israel do not believe in Jesus?
I don't read too much about this, but I think they believe only with Moses.
Moses, okay.
Yeah,
The
for
Jews.
me, I am Muslim, but in my Quran asks me to believe with the Jesus. He is a prophet, like the Prophet Muhammad. The same. For me, they are the same. For me, I believe that Jesus will back one day. In our Quran, he will back one day.
One day.
I don't like to talk about the religion things. I don't want to think that the conflict between the Israelis and the Palestinians is
Religious.
religious conflict. No, no, no. This is a political conflict. So the people in this world can living together. All the people in this world. If we have believe with peace, we can live together. Muslims, the Christian, Jewish. Look how the people in Ghana here, how they are living. Look to the relation between the Muslims and the Christians. When I arrived to Ghana and I entered the embassy, I organized meeting to my staff. And I told them, if you are a Christian on the church, some of them are Christian, my staff, some of them are Christian, and some of them is Muslims. I told them, if you are a Christian on the church, if you are Muslim in the mosque, on the work here, we are brothers. Don't talk about a Christian or about Muslims or about anything religion. So the conflict, not religious conflict between the Israelis and the Palestinians.
Okay.
Political, and Israel should think about the future of all the area. This is not good to continue like this.
All right. Interesting. Now, I'm going to ask you again. If the land is for the Palestinians, where is the land for the Jews? Where is their land?
First of all, most of them come from outside Palestine. They was not there. And if you want to ask him, your grandfather from where? He will tell you from America, from France, from Russia, from New Zealand, from there, from here. Most of their grandfathers come from out. They don't live, born in Palestine, number one. Number two, it is not meaning when I said that we support the two-state solution to protect the Israelis from their housing or something like this. If they would like to living in peace, we will living in peace too.
Okay. So if you're going to have this two-city or two-country solution, what is the percentage of the land the Palestinians would have?
According to the international law, they said about the land which occupied in 1967. It is 22% from our lands only.
So you are going to have only 22% of your land.
We signed the agreement with them about this, and the Israelis refused and killed their prime minister and killed the peace process. And they don't believe with peace now. And look to their government now, not me. Their former prime minister, Lapid. He said about this government, it is apartheid government. Against the Israelis, not the Palestinian people. Because it is right government. Against the Israelis. How is this government will doing with the Palestinian people? It will be more than apartheid. And according to if you read before 2 months, Amnesty report, the Amnesty not in the Palestinian organization, Amnesty international organization. She said Israel is apartheid country. So we don't ask anyone. We don't to build our smile and destroy the others. We don't think like this. We don't all the people to living in peace.
Would you be okay with the 22%? Are you okay with that? You signed for 22%. You are ready to give us 78% of your land. You are okay?
Listen to me. You asked me this question before, and I told you, okay, we signed the agreement with them about the 22% from our lands. If they want the peace, they should agree. Now they did not agree. Now they're stealing more than 6% from this land, the 22 to build of illegal settlement. This is a question. I cannot understand why sometimes the media ask the Palestinian people. It is clear. The Palestinian people sign agreement for 22% to establishment Palestine. And the Israelis signed this agreement. What we are doing after that, we are looking to see our land free. What the Israel is doing after this sign this agreement, they killed the prime minister, they killed the peace process, they don't support it, they don't have any solidarity with the peace in Palestine, and look to their government now. They don't believe with any peace with the Palestinian people.
Palestine, do you have your own currency or you use Israeli currency?
No. Currency, what?
Money, your own money.
Yeah, it is the Israelis' money. We don't have our own money. You don't allow to us. We don't have airport. We don't have hub. They control all our life. Any person, he is a human, go to visit to see what's happening in Palestine. He will have maybe he will see sad history. about what's happened to the Palestinian people. Look, they killed Shireen Abu Akleh. She's a journalist, right?
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
are journalist too. She's a Christian. And she, all the time, the people saw her on Al Jazeera TV. And her reports, all the people like her reports. And when they decided to kill her, and they said, after they check who's killed her, they said one of the Israeli soldiers killed her. They will not arrested him. We know. And I said that from the beginning. And all the world watched it live. When they killed her, it was live on the TV. You see? Why? This is journalists. They want to kill the truth. When they kill him, they want to kill the truth. They don't want anyone in this world to see the truth, what's happening in Palestine. So,
If the president of Ghana invites ambassadors to a meeting, and you go to this meeting and you see the Israeli ambassador sitting there, will you join the meeting?
in all the receptions, when I go there, I saw them. But I don't have relation with them. But I saw her. Well, what she can do, what I can do. She cannot do anything, and me cannot do anything. Her prime minister can do, and our president can do. What the Israeli ambassador can do? Nothing. Her work here to remove and increase the relationship between Ghana and Israel. My work here to increase the relationship between the Palestine and Ghana. This is our work as ambassadors. But about this conflict, what she can do, what I can do, nothing.
His Excellency Abdul Fattah Ahmed Khalil Al-Satri is my guest, and he is all the way from Palestine. He is the ambassador from Palestine to Ghana. How are black people treated in Palestine? I hear black people are not treated very well in Palestine. Is it true?
Black people? Yes, we have black, but I don't like to say black and white. I don't know why. I don't like it. We are human. We have only red blood. Maybe 10% from the people are black people, but me, in my country, I am black, not white.
Yeah.
If you see the pictures of my wife, I lose it before 1 year, you know. You see, I am black, not white.
I see.
Maybe my wife was she's white, but me, my daughters, some of them, all of them is white, but they are looking to me. I am black, but I don't like black and white. We are human.
What's your national dish, your national food in Palestine?
Our national food, we like the rice, the meat, and we like something, they call it mulukhiyya. I don't know what they call it in. It is normal food, like our food, you know, the same, the Egyptian food, and the Syrian food, and the Lebanese food, and the Syrian food. We have the same food. Our food is very nice. When I invite you before, when the people come to visit me and for dinner or something like this, and they eat from the Palestinian food, they like it too much. They like it too much.
Interesting.
And some of them ask me to take away. I told them, I did it for you. Take it, yeah. So.
Finally, I'm going to ask you 2 more questions and I'm done. Is homosexuality allowed in Palestine?
I'm not get you.
Homosexuality is when a man can sleep with a man.
No.
It's not allowed?
No. This is not good. I don't think it is good things. No. The religion did not allow with these things. The religion, the Islam and the Christianity, I don't think it is support these things.
It's allowed in Israel.
This is their country, but in Palestine, no.
No.
We have only the married, you know, the man and the woman.
Man and the woman.
Yes.
No man to man.
Yes.
No woman to woman. Finally, and I'm going to ask this very final. Do you think that the world is not supporting Palestine enough so that Palestine can stand on its own?
I think yes. Look, the difference between what's happening in Palestine, the decision, what's happening in Palestine and what's happening in Ukraine. And when Russia started the conflict with Ukraine, some of the countries support Ukraine with weapons, with money, with everything to defend about themselves.
Right.
And when Israel occupied Palestine, they support Israel. It is different, something you see, different decision. You see, so in the Ukraine case, they support Ukraine. In Palestine, they support Israel, the occupier. They support the occupier. You see. So when Russia decided to add four big cities from the Ukraine to Russia, most of the world don't support this decision. You understand? So why they decide, the American decide to add the Golan Syrian land to Israel, and our capital East Jerusalem to Israel too. You know, this world, I think it's have a lot of international law, not only one. So we like to see the peace between all the countries in this world and all the people living in peace. Enough fighting, enough wars. We should use this money for the health of the people, to build the schools, to take care about the education, about our children. It is better for us. It is better for all the people in this world.
This was what Idi Amin said about Israel and Palestine. I would like you to listen to it and we close with that. Idi Amin was a president of Uganda, and this was what he said about Palestine and Israel. Listen to it with rapt attention.
I came so close to the Arab because Arab found that I am most influential leader in Africa, in the continent, and also I am a leader who speaks the truth.
Did your Muslim religion take part into your choice of the Arabs?
It is not because of the Muslim, because the people who broke relationship with Israel, they are not only Muslims, they are Christians, but they have seen the truth, and everybody listen for me. And even in OAU, if I don't speak, every leader try to ask why, and I must speak like in a non-aligned conference in Algeria. I was not feeling well, I did not speak, but 15 minutes before the conference closed, I was brought to come and give a speech. I gave very good speech, including Castro broke relationship with Israel after my speech.
Telegram sent to Mr. Kurt Waldheim, Permanent Secretary of the United Nations. Hitler and all the German people knew that the Israelis are not people who work in the interest of the people of the world, and that is why they burnt 6 million Jews alive with gas on the soil of Germany.
Idi Amin believed that he had to give all his support to the Palestinian people. Did you have a relationship with Idi Amin, Palestine?
We have relation with all the countries in the world, not only in that time. We have a strong relation with Idi Amin in Uganda and all the African countries. And our former president Yasser Arafat visit all the African countries. He visited Ghana 4 times, and he have very strong relation with the former president Rawlings, John Rawlings. And any person looking for peace in this world, he should stand by the side of the Palestinian people.
Everyone looking for peace in this country, and the truth should be standing with the Palestinian people. Idi Amin said that the Israeli people, for occupying Palestine, were criminals. Do you agree?
Listen to me. Any person in this world killing children, killing nurses, killing doctors, killing students, killing women, killing bombing housing, what you can call him? Is it clear?
It's clear.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency Ahmed Khalil Al-Satri, Abdul Fattah. Give me your final message. Talk to the people of the world. And we close with that.
My final message, I want the Israelis to understand what's happened in the Viva in Qatar. They should think about this. Their journalists went there and they think it will be a good chance for them to do interview with the Arabs people there. If you see the YouTube, open on the YouTube and check what's happened, this is very big message for them. They did not find one from the Arab world agree to do interview with their journalists. When they asked the Israeli journalist, from where are you? He said, from Israel. The Arab people told them, no, I cannot do interview with you, and leave. Then they asked them, from where are you? Israel. No, you're killing the Palestinian people, and leave. From where are you? From Israel. Nothing, his name is Israel. Some of the Arab people told them, there is only Palestine. Listen to me, this conflict should stop. My believing, and I dream and I pray all the time to see the peace in this world, to see the peace to the Palestinian people, and to stop this conflict, and to see the two-state solution and there is no peace, no peace at all in the Middle East without the establishment of an independent Palestine state on the land which occupied in 1967, including East Jerusalem, our capital and our heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ambassador, His Excellency Abdul Fattah Amer Khalil Al Satari. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I do appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God.